Back at work. So energized like a bunny. I need to get my bed. I need to get to sleep. What's up, Abby? How you been doing, Abby? I love you, Abby. You been getting on that treadmill. You been taking care of Frankenstein, them babies. I seen your other channel's been doing good. I need to go show some love to that channel. Champion, where you at, Champion? His birthday, Champion month. How y'all doing? How y'all doing, phenomenal champions? Y'all winning over there? I already know y'all winning. Y'all winning champions. That's what y'all are. Y'all win championships. Y'all got the championship ring already in your hand and you don't even know it. You gonna run home with the Lombardi trophy. Cause that's what you do. That's what y'all do. I'm laying down. I'm back at work. We got inventory tomorrow. One day I hate. What's up, Peyton Samuels? How you doing? Hope everybody's doing good. I dropped a video earlier of me cooking on my new griddle. I love that Blackstone griddle. I got the electric one though. I could cook inside. It'd be hot over here. I don't mind. I'm gonna get one for outside too. But I want to invest a little more money in the stock market today. So instead of getting all them griddles and them extra things I didn't need, I put up a couple of extra hundred in the stock market. Cause I'm trying to build my portfolio to another level, you know. I'm trying to start investing heavy again. You know, I'm not a financial advisor though, so I don't think I'm a financial advisor. I just like to buy, accumulate shares. You know, especially with me working at Walmart, I go deep into Walmart. You know, but when I leave Walmart, I'll probably sell them, you know. But I go deep on Walmart, you know. Yeah, Chris, I need to go over there on some of his lives. He usually you know, me and Chris work at the same place. We from the same town. When I'm going to work, he's getting off of work, so I don't really get to catch his lives like that. You know, but yeah, I'm trying to invest heavy. You know, I'm trying to find some more portfolios some more stocks I could more be diversified in. I'm trying to decide. I might go on a tech stock. Haven't really decided yet. I might go into an AI stock because I do see AI taking off more than what it is in the future. But I invest in Walmart because it's something I believe in because I work there, you know. I mean, you know, if I ever see it start going downhill, you know, it'll be where I'm gonna take out my position. But for right now, I'm gonna keep accumulating shares. You know, my goal is the next 5 to 10 years. Like when I even get my YouTube check tomorrow, that's going straight into Walmart stock. You know, that's something. Not Sesame Street. Hey, I like Netflix stock though. Don't get me wrong. And I do like Google stock because you know Google owns YouTube. So there's two stocks. I might get back into Google. I might start going a little bit, like 1/5 of, you know, each check I'm trying to put a big chunk of. You know, pay yourself first, put it in the market, and act like it's not there. But I do believe in Google because Google owns YouTube, and I love, you know, I'm always on YouTube. You know, a lot of people, man, they got so many different platforms with the streaming now. It's just crazy. You know, they got Twitch, they got Meet Me, they got Kick, they got, you know, what is that? Snapchat. They got all these lives you can go live on now. What's up? How y'all doing? Welcome to the chat. I'm just laying down. I got off the treadmill. I did like an hour and 30 minutes after I ate, and then I did probably about 25, 30 push-ups. I was hoping my protein. I ordered some protein. I want to test this protein out real quick, and then I'm gonna order like a bulk, probably $300-400 worth of protein, and then I ordered this protein bottle, and then I bought me a griddle today. I bought me a Blackstone electric griddle. I actually dropped a video of me cooking on it today because I wanted to test it out. I made some hamburger patties, threw some cheese on there, and made some eggs on it. I actually I'm ahead of my goal right now. I'm not ahead of it, but even with my cheat days with the phenomenal weekend, I thought I would have been a little bit more than what I am, but I actually lost more weight, so I'm doing pretty good. I don't want to drop what I'm at right now though, cause I will reach my goal before July. I'll tell you that. I'm gonna reach 200 before July. Just know that I'm really close to that mark. I'm probably gonna hit it by like the first week of June, and I'm gonna keep running with it. 200 ain't my goal. When I reach 200, that means I lost 42 pounds. 42 pounds ain't my goal. I'm gonna keep running with it. I got dedication and motivation, and when you got a mindset and you disciplined, you don't crave that food. Like you could be around people eating junk food all day. You could be around and you just won't crave it. Once you start eating a certain way, it's like a routine for yourself. You gotta set yourself up in a routine of eating healthy, eating a certain amount of fiber, eating a certain amount of protein or vegetables. Now I did cut back on some of the fruit because a lot of the fruit I was eating had I was eating a little bit of too much strawberries, and I was eating like I cut back. I love the potassium in bananas, but instead of a whole banana, I eat like a half a banana and stuff like that. But I kind of cut back on. I love my fruit, but I'm trying to cut back on how much fruit I intake. Like really, like I ain't even been thinking about eating like that. That was the first time I ate bad when I went to Copeland's with Mama Bowman and Boogie Time. See, I got an omelet when I was at the restaurant with y'all. But I don't like no sugar. I don't want no sugar at all. I am drinking Diet Cokes. I know they ain't really that good for you, but I do drink my 8 bottles of water a day. I drink at least 8 to 10 bottles of water, and I try to limit myself to 1 or 2 Diet Cokes a day. I'm really trying to stay. I was on, the no monsters. I was on a 0 calorie monsters, and I was drinking about 4 to 5 a day. I cut them out completely. I don't drink them at all no more, and I don't know how. I was addicted to them. I don't, I don't, I don't even do it no more. I take B12 vitamins. I take one a day men vitamins, and the vitamins have just been, I guess, giving me more energy. And with me having, these about 30 pounds off of me now, I'm more energized. I'm more focused. I don't know how to explain it. It's just once you start losing weight, and once you get that extra weight off of you, it's like weight off of you. It's like carrying a dumbbell on your back. If you got all this extra weight on you, walk around with a 20, 30 pound sack of potatoes on your back, and that's how much extra weight you're carrying around, and you don't even notice it. But I'm glad, I feel way better. I feel more healthier. I feel more energized, guys. Like I could get on the treadmill and do 3 hours straight now. I don't try to do 3 hours straight. I even started picking up my speed, like I was doing 2.5 miles an hour, and then I elevated to 2.6 miles an hour, and now I'm walking at 3 miles an hour. Eventually it's gonna be 3.5, 4, and then I'm gonna be jogging on that thing. What's up, Snapback? Where you at, Minnesota? You better be getting that garden. What's up, Miss Cassie? Cassie Kitchen Creations. I don't go live much, that's why I wanted to go live for a little bit. A lot of y'all know me from I used to stream a lot, and what's up, Renee, how you doing? Other side of 50. Y'all used to know me from streaming more, because I used to go live a lot. I'm trying to go live more where I could get on my laptop, watch some content. I was just watching some content, but I got off of my laptop because I'm just laying down for a little bit before I take a nap. I'm doing good, Cassie. I feel younger. I feel better. I've been staying away from the sugar. I ain't been wanting none of them fire peanut butter bombs you always be making. Them cream cheese peanut butter balls. I don't even wanna think about them things, but I don't even have that on my mind. But them things are good. You just gotta be disciplined. Like you gotta think. Like even when I was with Boogie and Mama Bowman, like I told them go to Canes and they went to Canes and I didn't even want no Canes. I'm sitting in the car. They're like, you made us come to Canes and you didn't even get no Canes. And they eating Canes in front of me, and I'm like, I don't even want none. That's how disciplined you are. You got to be disciplined with yourself. I didn't need that. I mean, I'm not saying it's bad. It's good when you're on vacation to eat. Really, it wasn't a vacation for me because I always have Canes. Where I'm from. I got a gift card that's been sitting on my table since my birthday. I ain't never used for Canes. I go get me a 6-piece tender right now with fries. But what I need a 6-piece tender with fries for? I don't need all that. That's gonna make me feel sluggish. That's gonna make me feel, I'm not saying it's gonna make, it might make me feel good, but I ain't trying to eat all that greasy, deep fried food and all that. I'm trying to stay away from that. Deep fried food is good every once in a while, like some onion rings or something like that, but, like try to discipline yourself to where you have a cheat day maybe once a month, maybe once every 2 months if you could. It was for Cane's. So I got a $20 gift card for my birthday. I had got it on in April 23rd. So it's been about a month. I'm not planning on using it anytime soon. Like I have a goal right now. I really wasn't gonna cheat on. I'm not gonna have a cheat day until I'm in the hundreds. Like so I still got. I'll say a couple weeks to go until I have my cheat day. Really, I want to get 190. So when I do have a cheat day, and it ain't gonna be a big cheat day, it might be a pizza, it might be a Chinese plate. But when I do have a cheat day, I want to get 190 pounds so I can have a little stretch. I want to get under 200. I don't want to, have a cheat day when I get to 200 and pop back up to 205 or something like that. So I want to get to 190 so I can have a little wiggle room and I'll still be under 200 if I have a cheat day where I can just start back working out, working out, working out, working out. I actually lost more weight than I thought. Like with me having that cheat day at the restaurant and eating all that catfish and then fried shrimp and them onion ring and all that stuff, I thought, like it even slowed me down because after that I came home, I worked out for the last 2 or 3 days, and I actually lost like 2 or 3 more pounds than I thought I was. I thought I was gonna gain weight, but I didn't gain weight. Probably because I came home and I started working out. Hey everybody. Hope everybody's been good though. Hey to the chat. I hope y'all been phenomenal. I hope you've been doing phenomenal things. I know y'all been doing great content over there. Snapback, bag team, other side of 50. I don't know if you've been dropping any content lately. I know I gotta try to go over there to your channel. It's been a while. I'll be trying to catch up the comments right now. I'm still catching up the comments from months ago. I'm gonna catch up to my last video probably when I get off of work and hop on the treadmill tomorrow. Cause I'm about to be going to sleep. I might watch like 2 videos before I go to sleep. Cause I work overnight, so I usually go to bed. I gotta at least get 5 to 7 hours of sleep. Cause sleep is very important too for when you're dieting. Let me tell you when you're dieting. You can't be stressing about nothing, cause stress is gonna stop you from losing weight. So just ease your mind. Meditate if you have to. Like try to meditate. I know it might be hard for some people. Y'all, look, life is gonna be hard. You're gonna be thinking about so many things. You could be going through trauma. You could be going through tribulations. You could be going through all type of stuff. But you have to try to meditate your mind no matter what you're going through, and have a peace of mind. Like the less stress is the better. And in order to lose weight, I'm not gonna say in order to lose weight, you gotta have that mindset first of all, and then you have to be disciplined, and then you can't be stressing, guys. Stress is gonna slow you down from losing weight, and it's really it. Like stress is really gonna slow you down from a lot of things, and a lack of sleep. As y'all know, when I was going real hard on YouTube, showing so much love to everybody, what a lot of people didn't know is I was staying up to 6, 7 at night, and then I was waking up at 8, 8:30. So I was only getting an hour and 30 minutes of sleep to 2 hours, and that's why I can't be on YouTube as much as I used to be, because I was getting a lack of sleep, guys. How much love I used to show people, and it was just really affecting my body. It was affecting my, like, I wouldn't say it was affecting my work, but I was so tired at work and drained and stuff like that. What's up, Gen X? What's up, Allie? But I was so drained. That's how much, like, y'all gotta think. I was, y'all wouldn't, there was so many people, and I was just trying to show so much love to people. It's Clint's birthday. Happy birthday, Clint. But back in the day, I was showing so much love to people. I was literally like, if you would watch my YouTube watch time, I was watching 90 something hours of content every week. That's more than 2 full-time jobs. So I was really, really staying up. As soon as I got off of work, coming to watch content, watch content, watch content. And I mean, it's good to watch content, guys. It's good to support the people that come over here to your channel and support you, but make sure you're getting your rest. Your people will understand that you will be back to come to their channel. It might take a couple hours. It might take a couple days. It might take a couple weeks. People does have things in life and they do need that rest. Like, you can't be on YouTube every single day. And I was on YouTube way too much. Like, you got to think 90 hours a week watching content. You remember, I mean, some of y'all might have not been here, but I actually took one vacation where it was 9 days. It was a 9-day vacation I took, and all I did was watch content. I dedicated that vacation to watching content and I took only one day off to enjoy myself and watch movies and stuff like that. But like I really spent 8 days watching content straight. I didn't even get to really enjoy my vacation or nothing like that. Yes, ma'am. How you doing, Ellen? I miss going live and stuff like that. Most of the time, I might start going live when I get off of work, but I'm mainly on the treadmill and I'm trying to watch content. And then on my off days, I have my son, and he's just too much. He wants all my attention. And I'm gonna give him my attention, so it's kind of hard for me to go live as much as I used to go live. Yeah, it's gonna be hard to catch up. There's so many people now. Back 6, 7 months ago, it wasn't as many people as it was. I mean, it just wasn't. Communities grow, people grow. Some people grow out the communities. You don't see too many people often, but we understand. Because I know I seen DBC's back. He said he moved in his house. I'm glad DBC's back. If y'all know who DBC Aquatics is, I don't know where my boy Brandon Alexander Walks has been. I hope he's been all right. I don't know if he gave up on YouTube or what. Some of y'all might not know who that is. But there's a lot of people, that was there for me for a very long time. A lot of y'all have been here with me for a very long time, so I appreciate y'all. So I appreciate everything y'all do. I'm trying to catch up the comments. I'm trying to catch up. Like Gen X, I've been trying to go to your profile. It's just, I've been going to comments. I've been meaning to come to your profile because I really like your attitude. And I was even talking about you during the Phenomenal Weekend. I said, I love how authentic you are. Like how you talk about quit smoking and stuff like that. And you just yourself. You're authentic. I just ain't been able to have time to come over there. There's so many comments to catch up to, and I like to watch people's videos all the way through. If people's videos are 15 minutes, if you just watch 4 videos, that's an hour, and it feels like you got to nobody else's channel. But I don't like to just sit there, play a video for no 20, 30 seconds, wait for the view to go up, and then click off of somebody's channel, because that's going to bring your retention level down. That's one thing I don't want to do either, is bring your retention level down. I don't want to bring your click rating down because it ain't going to push your video out as, like in the algorithm like that. If you watch people's videos all the way through, it brings the retention level up and it brings the average view time up, which will help it push it in the algorithm a little more. And some, I don't want to just click on somebody's video for no 30 seconds, act like I watched it. Because there's people out here that ain't really going to watch your video all the way through. There's really people out there that ain't going to watch your video all the way through. They might say they watching your video. They might just watch your video for 30, 40 seconds. Wait for that view count to go up by one. And bam, click off of your page. I really like to kind of listen to the whole video, and watch the whole thing all the way through. That's just what I always did while I was on YouTube. And that's something I encourage other people to do as well, is to make sure if you support that person, you're going to watch that video all the way through. Especially if they're monetized, guys. You're going to watch it with the ads all the way through. Even if it only puts 2 or 3 cents in their pocket. Any way you can help that person out if you really support them. And that's just how I feel. So, like that's what I do for anybody. Unless I'm not going to lie, at least unless I adds 7 minutes, because I had an ad the other day on somebody's channel. That thing was 58 minutes. I said, this is like a mini movie or something. I don't know what's going on with this ad, but this ad is 58 minutes. So I let it play for 3 minutes and then I clicked off. I said, ain't no way. I'm not watching no 58. The video is only 12 minutes, but you got an ad on your thing that's 58 minutes. It's like a mini movie. I'm not, I wasn't going to watch it that long. I ain't got that type of time in the day to watch no 58-minute ad. And I don't even know if it helps you if I watch a 58-minute ad. I don't know. It might. But that was a long ad. I at least let 3 minutes play, just in case. But I said 58 minutes? What's going on with this ad? It's like a little mini movie playing. I said, man, this is a movie. First I thought I was tripping. Then it started saying 57 minutes left. I said, oh no. These ads, some of these ads are long. Some of them are 20 minutes, some of them 47 minutes. I'm like, man, these ads are long. But I like to watch people's thing. I'll say as long as the ad is under 5 minutes, I watch it. Now, if it's over 5 minutes, I might not watch the ad all the way through. Because that's gonna add on a lot of extra time if you got 3 different ads on your page on that one video, and that's 15 minutes, and your video is 15 minutes, that means that's 30 minutes, and I ain't gonna have time to really show no love to, some other supporters and stuff like that. But I think like a certain amount of time, I don't know if it's 30%, 50%, I have to look into it. But if you watch like a certain amount of a video, they'll still get some kind of revenue from it. Now, I don't know if I don't really know how it really works like that. I have to look more into it and do a little more research, due diligence on it. But 57-minute ad. I mean, come on now. You ain't watching no 57-minute ad. Let's be real. Ain't nobody gonna watch no 57-minute ad. Unless you going to take a shower, you going to cut your grass, you going to do all type of stuff, and you leave your phone sitting down. But ain't nobody watching no 57-minute ad. You're ready to go watch a Netflix movie. It might be a Netflix movie. I mean, who really sponsors an ad for 57 minutes in the first place? You should have just put it on Tubi. Should have put it on Tubi TV or something. That long old ad. What's up, Brittany? Brit Fan Fun. I hope everybody's been good, though. Trying to see what I'm going to eat tomorrow. I might make me some more hamburger patties, because them things was good. It's good on protein. Hope my protein powder comes in today, because I ordered some protein powder, and I got this protein shake bottle. But it's like a mini, it's like it stirs it up for you. It got like a little button, and you push that thing, and it mixes your protein powder with the water for you. So you ain't even got to shake your bottle or nothing. Because I did start lifting weights now, too. They ain't big weights or nothing right now. Because I'm focused on more losing body fat than gaining muscle. But I'm trying to mix it up now since I'm getting a certain weight. Ooh, I don't think we got a Sprouts down here, but I know a lot of people like Lenny Lee's reviews and a whole bunch of other people on my YouTube be talking about Sprouts. What kind of protein powder you got? Like what name brand? I want to know what kind you got. You got the, I know you probably got the vegan kind. Because they do have the vegan protein powder. Oh, the Sprouts brand? I ain't got the Ghost, the Cinnabon. You know, I know it's like, it ain't the best protein, you know, but still low in carbs. And it's still 25 grams of protein, you know, so it ain't really high in carbs. So I mean the net carbs ain't too bad, and it'll still work out good because protein will help me out. It's called Ghost Protein, whey protein, and I want to try it out because I got the 2 pound right now, and if I like it, I'm gonna order 2 5 pounds, which will be 10 pounds, which will last me. I might buy three. You know, they like $80-something a bottle, you know, so you know protein's expensive. But look, if you wanna feel better and do good things, you're gonna have to spend money. You know, if you wanna what's up, Game of Life? Game Life, you been alright? Yeah, it's been a minute, Game Life. I ain't really been live or nothing like that. I need to start going live more so I can interact with some of my audience. You know, so I can I'll probably start watching content again soon while I'm live. But I'm focused on like making my channel more of a health channel, like more of a health journey channel and a fitness channel. So when I'm doing workouts and stuff like that. But I got the I got the protein. I want to test it out first. That's why I didn't order the other big bottles yet. Because they do got the chocolate chip kind. They do got the nutter butter kind. They got the Oreo kind. They got all type of kinds. Hey, I totally understand game life. Look, I got my son on my 2 off days, and I've been focused more on my fitness and my health recently. You know, I lost about 30 pounds so far. You know, really about, to be exact, I lost 32 pounds so far. So I'm doing pretty good, you know. I lost 32 pounds so far. I've been focused on my health. I've been focused on fitness and taking care of myself, getting more sleep, getting more rest. So I ain't been on YouTube as much as I was. You know, I was only like at what? I lost 26, 27. Now it's 32 pounds I lost. So I'm doing good on my, on my task. I'm trying to reach more though, you know. 32 ain't my stopping zone. 42 ain't my stopping zone. I plan on losing at least 50. So I got a long ways to go. But I already lost 32 pounds, guys. You know, I didn't really start really hard until like April 10th. April 7th is when I started. So it's been about 6 weeks, about maybe 5, 6 weeks. So 32 pounds, you know, just so y'all know about my health journey a little bit, 32 pounds so far. It could have been more, you know, but when I have my son on my off days, I can't work out as much as I want to go work out either, you know, because I'm spending time with him. I'm in his bouncy house with him. The other day I was in the pool with him, you know, chilling in his little pool. Like Sunday I had my son as well. That's why I didn't get to really go chill with like the phenomenal family or nothing like that. I wasn't expecting to have my son Sunday. I really wanted to go, you know, do things, but some things pop up. And I didn't want to bring him running all wild or jumping in the pool all crazy, and me having to watch him every second, you know, while I'm doing something. You know, if I turn my back for a second, he running across the room. You know how kids are. He usually listens to me while we out in public, but I just didn't want to bring him downtown or nothing like that. But 32 pounds so far, just so y'all know. There's gonna be more coming soon. I'll probably drop a video about it soon. I'm waiting until I lose a total of at least 42 pounds to really announce it. So I got about 10 more pounds to go. So I got about 10 more pounds to go, and I'm gonna make another video about it. You know, I didn't really want to announce how much I lost so far yet. 'Cause, you know, I just wanna show results. That's how I wanna show it. I wanna show it by doing it, making it happen. Doing it by making it happen, guys. It's all about results. Like, that's one thing I know. You gotta show results. You can't just keep speaking something, and you ain't doing it. You ain't showing no results to it. Or you ain't making nothing change. You gotta show results. You gotta show them results, guys. No matter what you're doing, show results. Make it happen. Speak it into existence, manifest it. If you know you got the mindset to do whatever it is that you want to do. I know a lot of y'all want to be monetized. Y'all gonna be monetized. Just keep speaking it. Keep going live. Keep dropping content. Keep dropping some good content, that fire content. Keep engaging. Keep being consistent. If you want to lose weight, get at it. Start exercising. Really change your mindset about how you eat. You know, Stay disciplined. You gotta discipline yourself with every single thing that you do. Like, even if it's your financial goals. If you're trying to, invest in stuff. Pay yourself first when you get paid. Put money on the side for yourself first. Like, take $50, put $50 away, and you know, put for yourself before you go spending it on fast food or something like that, and then just try to keep whatever amount and budget your money. That whatever it is that you're trying to do, you might be trying to get your PhD. You might be trying to go to college. You might be trying to get your CDL. You might be trying to get a promotion at work. You might be trying to leave your work and go to another job. Whatever you can put your mind to, just try to make it happen. Whatever it is. You might want to be a big artist. You might want to take your artwork to another level. Utilize YouTube. If you draw, if you're an artist, if you make music, utilize YouTube. Utilize Facebook. Utilize Meta. Instagram. You don't just have to do YouTube. I know people that do YouTube, Twitch, and Facebook, and they monetize on all three. So they getting checks from YouTube, they getting checks from Facebook, and they getting checks from Twitch. So and TikTok. So they getting paid for 4 different platforms, and they basically just taking a video that they made off of one and posting it on the other 3. You could do the same thing. Imagine getting 3 of the same, 3 monetized checks or 4 monetized checks, and you just clipping videos or doing the same video and dropping it on, downloading it and putting it on your other platform. You might be getting paid from 3 different strands, 3 different platforms. I don't really be on TikTok as much. I know a lot of people that make money on TikTok though. I don't really be on TikTok. I know people that make money on Twitch. I don't really be on Twitch like that. I know a couple people was telling me to check out Kick. I ain't really been on Kick yet. I kind of gave it a little browse the other day. There's people making money on all. I know a couple people that monetized on Facebook and they getting checks on Facebook. So whatever it is that you want to do, it ain't gotta be that you want to be a big creator on YouTube. Some people don't want to be on YouTube. Some people like Twitch better. Some people like TikTok better. Try to just any way you can get yourself where what you like to do, guys. I don't know what it is that you like to do. Only you know what you like to do. You might like to collect Pokemon cards. You might like to collect Yu-Gi-Oh cards. You might like to collect bottle caps. You might like to collect ball caps. Baseballs, footballs, jerseys. No matter what it is that you like to do, shoes. Just do whatever makes you happy and whatever brings peace to you. Don't care about what anybody thinks. You might be, there might not be no content creators that likes to really collect coins or collect baseball caps, and then your channel might blow up because you collecting caps and coins. And they might have a big audience out there that wants to see that. Like I just seen a coin dude that he's been dropping content for the past 6 years. And now he has about 200 and something thousand subscribers, but he said it took him 5 years for his channel to take off. People came across his channel as a coin channel. He's just dropping videos of different coins he collects from all over the world. And he stuck with it for 6 years. Never gave up. He was stuck at 3,000 subscribers, and all of a sudden, the beginning of 2025 to now, he done gained, 2024 to now, so a year and like a half, he gained over 100 and something thousand subscribers just from sticking to what he loved to do. If that's what you love to do, you might have thought you would have never blew up on your channel because you was just dropping something that nobody wanted to see. But a lot of people wanted to see it. Now you got other people probably starting to want to collect coins. Everybody ain't gonna have a niche either. Like you might not know what your niche. I started off as a Pokemon card channel. I still do Pokemon cards for my son, but right now the phase that I'm in, I'm trying to eat healthy. I'm trying to lose weight. And I'm just trying to eat fit. So that's the kind of content that I'm gonna drop right now, and I'm trying different things on my channel that's gonna benefit me more. That's what I want to talk about, is being healthy and trying to monetize your lifestyle. That's what I want to do. What's up, Freddie? How you been doing, Freddie? See, Freddie knows me as a Pokemon content creator. Freddie has been here with me since the very beginning, from when I started off started my channel as a Pokemon creator. I hope you've been all right, Freddie. That's how Freddie met me. I was a Pokemon content creator. Some people don't know that. Then I started, it wasn't working for me as much. I was barely getting 10 views, 15 views, and I changed it up to just showing love to everybody. And I said, let me try something different. So I started doing like shout out to subscriber videos and stuff like that. And that's how I started getting, I was dropping live content, and then every day I was dropping a shout out to subscriber video, and that's how a lot of people started recognizing me. I know a lot of y'all ain't really been around. Some of y'all might have been around during that time frame when I was just shouting everybody out that came to my page. And I'm Nemo504. Welcome to my channel. This is a shout out to subscriber video. Shout out to all my subscribers. Make sure you go watch everybody's video all the way through. We like to show love over here. Man, I seen a lot of sets coming out, man. There was a bunch of people at work talking about Pokemon cards today, so it must be, all I know is, Pokemon must be popping again. Pokemon has its up and downs. Some days, some months it ain't doing too good, and the next thing you know, it might blow up again. That's something I can say, though. Pokemon never dies. It never dies. I remember when Pokemon almost put Lego out of business. I don't know if you remember that. There was a point in time where Pokemon almost put Lego out of business. That's how Pokemon was taking off way back in the day. You would never think Lego. Was it Lego? Yeah, I think it was Lego. You'd never think Pokemon put Lego out of business. Miss Do It Yourself. Is that boy Russ out of school yet? How many more days he got? Miss Adrian, did you save some of them pralines for yourself? I hope you saved some of them pralines for yourself. I told him I don't go live too much no more. Oh, he's off? He's probably gonna be by Maul's house all week. All in your face. He's gonna want you to make him some pralines. I forgot the name of your other little grandson. The one that Russ was chasing after the whole time. What's his name again? They look so happy playing together though. Black Lord, he said for me. Man, you should see the people, Freddie, lined up at Walmart attacking a woman that's like, I work at Walmart. I see the woman that comes and stocks the cards, and there's about 15 to 20 people around her waiting on her to put out the stock. And it's like, there's not enough in that box for all 15 of y'all. So why are y'all surrounding this woman like crazy hyenas? Like, that's crazy. You trying to get that overtime? Samir or Samara? I don't know if I'm saying it right. But Freddie, it was crazy. At first, I'm thinking like there's something going on in the front of the store because, that's where they keep the cards. And it was 15 people. I see the MJ holding box, and I'm like, man, they really surrounding this woman like crazy. Shout out to Miss Do It Yourself. She made them nice bags for boogie time. It had the Minnie Mouse on that thing. I remember when I watched one of your old videos when you was making a Minnie Mouse thing, and then you made that thing for that baby shower. I could still go back to some of your older content. You used to do a lot of things. Whenever you tore down them walls, and did a lot of things. Yeah, I could tell. Trust me. Even from your older video, that's the first thing you did in one of your older videos. I think it was Minnie Mouse. Was it Minnie Mouse? It might have been Minnie Mouse. I think he was making like a Minnie Mouse Gucci bag or a Gucci shirt. I don't know if it was a shirt or a bag. I can't remember, but I remember you was doing it on your little machine. I still have a lot of Pokemon cards. I actually have Pokemon cards on my dresser right there. And I have a Pokemon binder right there. If I can zoom in, you can see I got some promo cards. I got a Pokemon poster right there on my wall behind me. I had to get the Pokemon poster. That's how I started my channel. And then I'm a big time traveler fan. So I had to have the Back to the Future. So I got Pokemon and Back to the Future. That's why I always talk about Marty McFly. Yeah, I remember you was going to her baby shower. But there was something else you was doing when I first met you. I have to go back. There was something else that you was doing when I first met you. I don't know if it was a little before that or what. I know you went to that baby shower. But you was doing something else. I know you used to be like in your living room or your other room. I have to think a little bit harder because this was a while back now. I remember you did the Minnie Mouse though. I remember you did that one. Because you made a couple things, you made a couple things. You make a lot of things. That's why they call you Miss Do It Yourself. I ain't bought no Pokemon cards in a long time, Freddie. I ain't got, my son does have some sealed products in his closet as well, if you're still in here, Freddie. I'll show you real quick. It was like from the Black Friday. Oh, his closet's kind of a mess. But he has some sealed products. He has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 boxes right here. Then he has the ETB of Chillin' Rain. I don't know when he's ever gonna open these things. He might not open them till he's 18, 16. I don't know when he's gonna open them. You know, they might be worth a lot more money in the future, but you know, I don't think he's ever gonna open them. We want to see you do more stuff, Miss Do It Yourself. We want to see you move the world. We want to see you build Noah's Ark. Hold on, I'm gonna be right back. It was phenomenal, guys. Like I got that Blackstone electric griddle right here. That's what I was cooking on earlier. I had dropped a video. I was gonna do a workout video, but I didn't want the video to be too long. That video ended up being 11 minutes. With me just cooking on the griddle. Look, you just turn this thing on, hit that button. This is the electric one for inside. You turn the heat, however, it goes all the way to 500. And you just hit that button, turn it on. And you wait for that thing to heat up. I made me some nice eggs on here earlier. And that thing was so good. Hope everybody's been good, though. I'll probably make me some more ground meat tomorrow. Cause I don't want the ground meat to go bad and some more eggs. That's what I'm gonna eat. You see, I got a lot of eggs, guys. I keep at least 100 and something eggs in my refrigerator. So I got 260 packs. I actually got 360 packs. I think I only got like a couple in there though. So I got like, dang, that's almost 200 eggs. Some of them might go bad, but I do like my eggs for protein. I've been eating a lot of eggs and I just keep buying all this water. What's up, Remington? I'm just trying to rack up on stuff. I like to have stuff ahead of time, like, you know, especially with it being, I don't like to talk about it, like hurricane season. I be trying to stack up on stuff. Like right now, like, I know like Quest bars ain't too good for you. You know, I probably eat like one a day during my lunchtime or something. But I try to rack up on Quest bars too, so I got about 30 something Quest bars. You know, then I got the protein coming, the protein powder coming. So they got a good amount of fiber in these things. So I got a lot of Quest balls, stuff like that. I try to rack up on a lot of stuff, like trying to rack up on a lot of healthy stuff. I actually ain't touched none of this stuff in my pantry. Like, I got all this stuff like red beans and rice, navy beans. I ain't been eating none of the beans and nothing like that. If I do, I'll try to eat maybe a 1/3 of a can of some beans or something, you know, like some red beans. I try to stay away from all this now. I don't even go up in there. That's been sitting in the pantry forever. I don't touch none of this. I need to just throw this stuff away. You know, I might give this jambalaya to somebody because somebody might want some jambalaya or something. You know, somebody might want some of this pasta roni. I don't eat pasta like that. There goes, look, LaShawna's cornbread. I wonder if she ate that cornbread. You know, she make that whole pan for herself. Eat that cornbread, you know. LaShawna go eat that whole thing of cornbread. See, I try to rack up on a lot of stuff. Like, I got 5 things of these. You know, some people might just buy one. I buy like 5 at a time. Try to keep things in stock. You know, now I ain't really been eating my pistachios like that, but I will eat one like every 3 days or something like that. You know, to treat myself. It's always good to treat yourself every once in a while, you know. You ain't gotta indulge yourself too much though. Some people get to eating the whole 2, 3, 4 bags. Like, you gotta learn how to limit yourself. You know, and then with the laundry detergent, you know, I like to rack up as well. So we got the, you know, 1 big bottle of Tide, 2 big bottles of Tide, 3, 4, 5, 6. Then I got the Game. Then I got the Game pods here. Got the Game pods there, and another Game back there. Then I got another big Tide here, and a small Tide here. I like to rack up on stuff. You know, we got the toilet paper, toilet paper, toilet paper. You know, sometimes it's better to bulk shop so you ain't got to worry about things for a month or two. You know, sometimes I like to put the air wicks in, so I got a whole bunch of air wicks and stuff. I need to get more paper towels because I'm running low. I only got like 5 things, 6 things of paper towels left. Running low on the paper towels. I do like these magic erasers from Mr. Clean. I probably got about 40 of them. About 40 magic erasers. I like to wash, you know, like use these for the baseboards and stuff like that for when I'm cleaning house. And then I buy the big old bottles of these, you know, Dawn to refill the bottle that I'm already using. And I just keep on refilling it like that. Got me some clothes washing and stuff. You know, I like to rack up on stuff though. I don't know about y'all. You know, some people might not like to rack up on a lot of things, you know. And the funny thing is, you know, I be having these fruit snacks like and stuff like all these snacks on the table. I don't crave none of it. Fruit snacks, you know, zebra cakes, indoor chocolates. These cheeses been sitting in the bag forever. Back in the day, I would have tore this whole bag up. M&M's, granola bars. I don't eat none of that stuff. I need to get my candle rack back up because I only got 5 candles left. You know, I want to at least have 30 to 40 candles at all times. You know, especially if a hurricane comes. I always like them candles up, and then I like the house to smell good. I always like the house to smell good. So I try to keep at least 40 candles. I only got 5 left. I've been burning about 5 up in the house, you know, 1 in the bathroom, 1 in the other bathroom, 1 in the bedroom, 1 in the kitchen, 1 in the dining room. So running low, running low. Yeah, then I got the hand soap. So you get all type of hand soap. Got the big one up here. You know, I usually use natural soap as well. So I got a lot of these. Some of them are from Christmas. Some of them ain't from Christmas. You know, I got about 5 body washers. I got a lot of stuff. I gotta stop. I mean, it's good to bulk though. It's good to have it. You gotta bulk shop sometimes though, okay? You know, so you won't have to buy nothing for a while, and you can use, you know, that money you was gonna spend on some stuff, on something else that you need. You know, you might want to buy something else. You know, like see, I even got more soap in here, natural soap. See, these are the Christmas ones. When they dropped on sale, I bought them all out. I've been trying to run through them. Then they got the Thor soap. See, I like to use the natural soap. Some people don't like the natural soap, but I've been trying to run through these. I bought like 100 and something. I thought they would have been gone by now, but 100 and something bars of soap. It's hard, to run through 100 and something bars of soap. And then I use Dove too as well. It's always good to have it. Let's see what you bet. Let's see. Oh, that cornbread. I even got a lace soap and stuff. Let me show you something else I like to bulk up on. Lysol. Y'all know Lysol is kind of expensive. I at least try to keep at least 6 to 8 bottles of Lysol. See, I got 2, I got 5. I only got 5 left, so I might need to buy some more. I only got 5, so I might need to buy some more Lysol. Well, this makes number 6. Because every time I use the bathroom, I like to disinfect the whole seat for some reason and just spray the whole thing down, let it sit for a little while. Even if I just, pee, I just like to, I don't know what it is, disinfect the whole toilet seat. Even though it's just me in the house, I still like to just disinfect the toilet seat. I don't know why. I don't know why. How's everybody doing though? I hope everybody's doing good. I see Louis Way in the building. Louis Way 24. I do got a whole bunch of man, I got like 7 of these. Like I know frozen chicken ain't that good for you and stuff like that, but I'll defrost it in the sink sometimes. I got like 4 of these, which are 8-pound bags. So I got about 30 pounds of chicken sitting in here. I can defrost and chop up and grill me up some chicken. I got asparagus that's frozen. Thank you, Louis. Appreciate you. Thank you, LaShawna, for earlier. Thank you, everybody, for coming in the chat. I got asparagus, it's frozen. I got some cauliflower, too. I like cauliflower. I know some people don't like cauliflower, but I got about 30-something pounds of chicken. If you count like the chicken like I got like this, with the chicken bites and stuff like that, I got about maybe 8 of these. So if you really think about it, I probably got about 50 pounds of frozen chicken. I got about probably. I ain't really been drinking the Gatorades like that because of the sodium level in it, unless I'm sweating really hard on the treadmill. I might drink like one every once in a while. But I'm trying to stay away from like a lot of the sodium and stuff like that, unless I'm really sweating like I'm on that treadmill going hard. You gotta have a little bit of sodium to keep your body going. Man, I should have got Boogie over here to sign my book. See, I got the 2 books. I like to read Warren Buffett, The Snowball. I like to read Rich Dad, Poor Dad. I also like The Millionaire Next Door. I don't know if you ever heard of that book. I should have got Shayla to sign my book. I thought I was coming Sunday and I was going to get her to sign my book Sunday. But I didn't get to come Sunday. These are the main 3 books I read. I ain't really read all the way through Shayla's book yet. I'm probably like only 6, 7 pages in. I keep going back or getting interrupted while I'm trying to read it. So I will try to finish this one day when I have like a full day to sit back and read Shayla's book. But I do like to read a lot about Warren Buffett. He's somebody that's, to me, is phenomenal. He encourages me to invest. And that's why I'm starting to invest heavier than what I'm investing in now. And then Rich Dad, Poor Dad was just, to me, a phenomenal book. It could teach you a lot of things about life as well. A lot of people don't know that, but it could teach you a lot of things about life. Like, if you never read Rich Dad, Poor Dad, I probably read that book over 10 times. And it's just a life changer to me. You know, like I like to invest hard. That's why I got Warren Buffett on my wall as well. I don't know. I changed the battery in that long thing. You know, if you don't find a way to make money while you sleep, you will work until you die. And that's why I got Warren Buffett on my wall. You know, he encourages me a lot for a lot of things. I'm a big Warren Buffett and Charlie Munger fan. If y'all know who them two were. You know, because some people don't know who Charlie Munger was before he died. You know, but I was a big fan of Charlie Munger as well. You know, I like Charlie Munger, Warren Buffett, all the gurus, you know, the people that came up with it. You know, shout out to everybody in the chat. Appreciate you, Valentine. And y'all showing some love. Y'all make me want to go live more just to interact with people and watch content while I'm on here. You know, I'll probably be getting off in about 5-10 minutes though, because I got to get some kind of sleep. You know, I'll probably start doing that when I get off though. Probably bring my laptop in the garage, go live on my laptop, and watch content on my phone. Because I do watch content on my phone, but I'm not live. You know, like go live on my laptop and watch some of y'all content as y'all come in here and stuff like that, and catch up the comments and stuff like that. You know, but I appreciate y'all, like for real. Thank you, Lewis. Thank you, Valentine. Thank you, LaShawn. Thanks everybody that came in the chat and just spent some time with me, because y'all could have been anywhere spending y'all time. So I appreciate every single thing that y'all do. And that right there is probably gonna put me, if I'm at like 75, 80, that's probably gonna put me almost close to the threshold of that $100 this month. Not that stripper. You know, because I said I was gonna start pushing more videos out too, but I want it to be more about fitness and health. Maybe I can encourage somebody that's overweight, that's obese, that's trying to lose weight, that feels like they're struggling. Maybe I can help them try to lose weight and stuff like that. You know, like I can encourage some people, and you know, some people are just already self-driven. You know, like, or some people ain't got the education. You know, I mean, not the education, the dedication to be motivated. You know, hey, I've been trying to invest heavy lately, LaShawn. I invested probably about $500-700 today. I didn't really want to do that much, but I said, let me just get it out the way. Because if I don't do it, then I'm going to end up spending that money on some other stuff. And I said, let me just knock that out the way and treat myself first. You know, and that's why I bought some more Walmart stock. I'm trying to get my share size to a certain position. You know, I really should do it through the company as well, because they match up to $1,800 a year. You know, and that'll be like a free 18 to 20 shares. That'll be a free 18 to 20 shares if I match it through the company. You know, and they could just take it out my check. 217. I lost 32 so far, Lewis. I'm actually under 210 now. I mean, I already work at Walmart, and you know, like I match my 401k. I might as well do that to match $100 or something, and just act like that 100 ain't there. And then you know you could always cash out of your Walmart stock while you're working at Walmart. They'll send you a check for it. Cause you know, the other dude I work with just did it. He said they wouldn't let him cash the check at Walmart, but he had to go to the bank to cash it. I said, why did you sell your stock though? You know, like you just started like 4 months ago. You already sold it all. You know, like I'm trying to think long term. You know, 5-10 years, just keep building and building and building. Appreciate your snapback. And y'all showing some love. I love y'all. I need to start going live more. That's probably what I'll do. Bring my laptop in the garage while I'm working out. Try to see if I can read the screen, get it set up to where I can have my laptop in the garage. And then watch content like that. Because I can't really be live while I'm watching content. And then I'll be going hard on the treadmill. It'll be hard to, I picked up the speed a little bit. I'll be sweating bullets. I'll be drowned in some sweat, guys. Like, My shirt be drenched. But it's good to sweat. Hey, I love Rich Dad Poor Dad. If y'all ain't never read that book, just y'all might have to read it. I don't know if y'all like reading. Some people don't like reading. You might can get the ebook. I like Millionaires Next Door too. There's a couple books that I like. I like investment books, period. Because investments could change your life. Like the most wealthiest people will tell you, you always want to trade your time, trade your time for money. You always want to give value to people. You want to show value to people, and you want to make your money work for you. You don't want to be working your whole life. You want to make your money work for you, and you want to show as much value to people as you can show value to. Look at them. It's like a strip club in there. I'm throwing a $2 bill. Like it's a strip club in this thing. I probably don't. I'm probably about to hit my threshold probably today, so that'll be good for the next month. Cause I'm not gonna lie, I put my Walmart check. My YouTube check strictly in the Walmart stock as well. And some of y'all don't know. Like I get my YouTube check tomorrow, and it's going straight into Walmart stock. Instead of me, some people like to buy shoes. Some people like to buy, I got watches, but I don't like to buy watches. They don't really. I'm not a materialistic kind of person. I'd rather try to retire early and spend the time with people and relax my body. Like I'm 33. It'll be nice to retire by 45. That's the goal I'm gonna try to shoot for, and I'm gonna try to manifest it. But I like to treat myself to stocks and stuff like that. That's what I like to do. Some people might like shoes. They might like Balenciaga. They might like Gucci. They might like Louis Vuitton. They might like, you know, McQueen's. But I'm not that type of guy. My goal is to keep building share size. Keep building share sizes. Like, let's just say the Walmart stock. Eventually, I'm trying to get it to where I could get a share every 3 months from the snowball effect. If some of y'all don't know what the snowball effect is, I'm trying to get a free share every 3 months and then make it to where I'm finally getting 2 or 3 free shares a month. Every 3 months. I don't know if a lot of y'all know what the snowball effect is, but I believe in the snowball effect. And I believe it could start, building wealth for you. And I would really like to find somebody to get into real estate with, but I got to find a serious partner. I do have one serious partner. He just ain't got all the money yet. I do have one serious partner. We'll probably be looking at some apartments probably within the next 2 or 3 years, maybe to renovate them and start renting them out. You ain't gotta say no more, Louis. You done did enough, bro. But I'm trying to me and my partner's been talking about it for a while. Everybody that he was gonna get into it with, they ain't never come up with the money as well. You gotta change your mindset. You gotta think of all different ways that you could get income. Like even if it's real estate, if it's stocks, if it's dividend funds, if it's growth funds. Like right now, I believe in Walmart just because I work at Walmart. So I'm gonna continue to invest my money in the Walmart until I leave the company. And I make straight money at Walmart. So as long as they continue paying me straight, and I get overtime. As long as I can continue getting overtime, that extra money that I make from overtime, throw it in there. I also like Google stock, guys, because Google does own YouTube. Some of y'all don't know that, but Google owns YouTube. So I will continue. I might start once I get to a certain amount first. I'm trying to get to a certain amount of share size in Walmart before I start building my Google position. And I want to see if Google takes a hit. Like it's taking a little hit today. It's down like 2 or 10%. And I appreciate you, Miss Do It Yourself. I think this live put me over the threshold. This live put me over the threshold, so I'm gonna reach the $100 mark. You know, this month as well. You know, a lot of people did tell me, and a couple people did email me because I did have my email. They was wondering where I've been at, because they said they knew me from live streams, you know, but I ain't been streaming as much. I've just been dropping content, but it's harder for me to go live. But I will try to go live more often, but I'm gonna be working out and stuff like that. So I'm gonna have to charge my headphones up so I can hear y'all. Or it might be on my thank you, Brown Sugar. I gotta see. Am I subscribed to you, Brown Sugar? Let me make sure I'm subscribed to you. If not, I gotta make sure drop a comment on one of the videos. If not, then I'll try to come subscribe to you. Man, y'all showing. Man, I appreciate everything y'all do. That's crazy. And I wasn't even gonna go live. I said, let me just go live, show my face today. Cause I ain't been live in so long. I don't really go live like that. Appreciate you, Brown Sugar. You know, you ain't never think about making content? Cause I used to just support people as well. You know, I used to just support people as well. That's all I used to do was support people. And then I said, you know, let me start making some content. Maybe my voice needs to be heard. Maybe somebody else's voice needs to be heard. You know, you never know. Your voice might need to be heard. You know, you might have that niche that is one of a kind. You know, all of y'all are phenomenal. You know, Lewis, Snapback, Brown Sugar, all y'all. I appreciate every single thing that y'all do. You know, and I want y'all to be great. What's up, Paisley? Long time no see. I hope you've been all right. I know you was going through some trials and tribulations. I've been trying to catch up to content lately. I hope you've been good over there. And I hope you've been good, Paisley. Nah, man, I used to love Paisley's content, guys. I need to go back over there. And the things that she's been through, you know, I know what you was going through at the time. I know if you here, you doing good. Hope you and your family, your kids, your husband's been good. I'm doing my health lately. That's my ex trying to call me now, trying to see about I guess getting her name. So maybe I'll see about that, you know. That'd be good to have it in my name anyways. Not dealing with all this, you know, what could happen or what could not happen. I also want to start making more principal payments on my house. It might be small little chunks every here and now, now and then, to try to you know, because you want to knock that principal out. You want to try to get your interest rate down. I know a lot of people don't talk about that. You know, a lot of people thought that. A lot of people, even at work, thought that, you know, but, you know, it is what it is. Things happen in life. What the phenomenal champions. Is it a 3-month subscription? I don't know how any of them things work. I need to start looking back into the lives. You know, but I'm just trying to be myself, you know, focus on myself. And I ain't trying to have none of that stress on me, you know, you know, I hope she ain't watching me on YouTube, but, you know, that's one thing she ain't really support me on either, like, was YouTube. You know, if you really support somebody or your significant other, you know, like I'm gonna try to support your baking business or whatever, you should be over here on my channel trying to show, you know, like if she had a content or she was creating content, I would have been over there on her channel all day. You know, that's with anybody. If you support look, if you got somebody that's in your life, if they're your husband, if they're your wife, you know, support them no matter what it is, whatever it is that they doing. If they want to open up this or that. And see, that was one thing we didn't see eye to eye on. You know, she wanted a bake shop, I wanted real estate. You know, like that was just something we didn't agree on. You know, so I decided to want to try to do a bakery with her and all that, or a food truck. I tried to make the sacrifices, you know. I wanted real estate, she wanted that. You know, and I decided I'd do whatever she wanted to do, but you know, everybody's gonna have different goals in life, guys. You know, just make sure your person that you get with or whoever you with are on the same page as you, not a different chapter. You know, you gotta make sure that you have the same goals in life. I know a lot of people, y'all gonna have differences. That's just the way life is. You're not gonna see every single thing the same, but you gotta have something on the same page. You know, you can't be everything on a different page. You know, shout out to everybody in the chat, Miss Do It Yourself, Lewis, Lashana, Snapback, Paisley, Brown Sugar. You know, shout out to all y'all. Cause I'll probably be getting off in about 5 minutes. I know I've been saying that for a while, but I really do gotta get off because I got work in 7 hours and I want to at least get 5.5 hours of sleep. So you probably ain't gonna see me on your live tonight, Lashana, but you know I love you. You know, I kind of woke up earlier yesterday because I wanted to make your first live back in time. You know, it'll probably be 7:30. I'll probably still be sleeping. I'll probably be getting up about 8:30, right when you're getting out. You know, you gonna get there, Lewis. Wait till the ads kick in. Keep racking and keep making them videos so when you do get fully monetized, because I'm sure you're a couple of hours away by now. And I don't know how many hours you at. All right, Paisley, you have a phenomenal day and you stay phenomenal. You know, keep praising the Lord like you always do. It was good seeing you, Paisley. Appreciate you for stopping in and giving me the time of your day. Because I do got to at least get at least 5-6 hours of sleep. Like I said. How you doing, 60 plus? Hope you've been doing all right. Hope everybody's been doing all right. I don't want anybody to feel down. I don't want anybody to feel out, feel exhausted, feel tired. You know, get your sleep. Rest your body. Meditate if you can meditate. You know, some people don't know how to meditate. Some people don't know how to, you know, like, they might be going through some stuff in life. They might have lost somebody. They might have lost a loved one. They might have lost a dog, a pet, an aunt, an uncle, a grandma. You know, you never know. You can lose anybody any day. So you always got, like LaShawna said yesterday, and I always say that as well. You know, you treat people how you want to be treated. You don't go treat the people that love you like dirt. Never treat the people, anybody. Don't ever treat anybody like dirt unless they treat you like dirt. Don't treat the people that love you like dirt, guys. Well, it's just catching up, huh? There you go. That's what I'm talking about. Fully monetized. How you doing? Fully monetized, Lewis. I'm proud of everybody that's been getting monetized. LaShawna's up next. You know, she ain't in no rush. I'm sure she got some videos unlisted ready to drop. As soon as that monetization comes all the way through, you know, look, LaShawna, I hope you got a couple videos already unlisted ready to drop as soon as you reach fully monetized. Y'all keep them videos unlisted for now. They're good content. Y'all, have them already ready. So when that time comes, you could just hit public and bam, start getting them ads, start getting that money. It ain't all about money though all the time either, guys. It's all about, just if this what you love to talk about, it's if it's what you like to do. If you have a passion for what you do, you might change somebody. They might not know about the things that you talking about, and then there might be a lot of people that resonate with the things that you talk about. Like y'all drop some good content. And a lot of y'all drop deep content, like even look, Snapback, LaShawna, Lewis. With Lewis with the diabetic stuff lately, with his music. I mean not really music, but singing. Everybody might not be on the same page, and you might have people that resonate with you. They might just want to see you sing. They might just want to hear that voice. They might want to hear you hit that high note. And with LaShawna, they might want to hear about fitness, how to lose weight, or how life is. She's gonna give it to you raw. And some people need to hear it raw in order to understand it. Some people need to hear it raw and uncut. And that's how she's gonna give it to you, raw and uncut. Snapback. Like you be talking about communities and all this other stuff that you be talking about. And you be talking about, a lot of stuff, spiritual stuff, and people might want to see things that's going down in your garden. There might be a lot of gardeners out there that might not know how to do things. There's gonna be a lot of things that people want to hear. That's why you never know if your voice needs to be heard. Your voice might need to be heard, and you might not know about it. You might watch YouTube content all day, like even if you ain't a creator, you might need to become a creator. I seen some people that never thought they would be a content creator turn into big content creators with over 400,000 subscribers. And they thought they'd never be talking to nobody. And that's what some people like. They're raw, uncut, unfiltered. They like to hear them real life stories. And things that went down in your lifetime. Hey, Tracy. Because you might have some things that could really resonate with somebody deep down inside, and you might not know it. Especially like with you, Lewis, coming from poverty, and, Snapback coming from the projects in New Orleans and where she's at now. And, hustling hard, working hard. They might have had some people that ain't been dealing with that until now. They might have had parents that spoiled them, and now they might have passed away or something, and now they actually got to work hard and do all this type stuff, and they don't never know it. Because I knew somebody like that. They were spoiled, and then their parents got in a bad car accident and died, and the next thing you know, they didn't know how to pay a bill. They didn't know how to pay the water bill. They didn't know how to pay the electric bill. They didn't know if they was gonna keep the house because they wasn't working and they had to find a job and stuff like that. You never know. They might want to learn about an ATM business. You might could teach people that. There's a lot of things on this platform, and there's so many different variety of people, of different content, of different cultures, of different everything. Like Tracy's Local Learning, now she talks about medicinals and, getting the water out the birch tree with the sprout. I didn't even know you can get water with a sprout out of a tree, until I watched her video. And I didn't know about none of that. I didn't know you could put a sprout up in a tree and get some water out of that thing with a little hose and some mason jars. Hold on, I ain't know nothing about that, Yeah, I be watching y'all content. I can tell you a lot of things about the videos I watch, because I really watch the videos all the way through. Like how that plastic sprout broke. I don't know if he ended up getting the metal one or what. Yeah, you know, Tracy's Local Learning had a video where she was getting water up out of a birch tree. I think it's a birch tree if I'm saying it right. You know, but I really be watching my people all the way through. You know, the only thing I don't be watching them videos. You know, she was using one of them plastic sprouts at first, and it broke on one of the other trees. And then she started drinking that thing straight out the bottle, straight from the tree into the mason jar. She took a sip and said this thing was cold and refreshing. I didn't even know you can do that. I really didn't. I never knew you can do that. You know, and then she be teaching you about all the different medicinals. If you watch some of her videos, you know, then she dropped a video about, you know, how AI wasn't for her, you know, and stuff like that. I was watching that video. I watched a couple from Tracy this week. I'm trying to catch up to a lot of people. It's just hard, and I'm limited on time as much as I used to be. But, you know, I be watching the videos all the way through. Don't be thinking I be skipping a single moment in the videos. I could tell you some things that went down in the video that you might not even remember in the video. Because I do be paying close attention to them videos. That's one thing about me. I'm going to pay attention to them videos. You know, because I really support people. Like, you know, I ain't trying to click through your video or skim through no video. I'm trying to really watch the video when I watch the video, guys. And that's just always what I did, you know. Like, they really got some people out here that's faking it. You know, they acting like they watch your videos. They might just come over there, drop a comment, and not even really watch your video. You know, you're going to run into some people on this platform like that. You know, I just try to really watch the videos and learn some of the people. Man, they got some phenomenal people you meet on YouTube. You never thought you would meet some people like that. Or you never knew things was possible until you met that person and you seen that person do such a thing, you know? You know, but shout out to everybody in the chat. I'm about to log off. So I gotta go get me at least 5 hours of sleep. I love y'all. Stay phenomenal. Keep monetizing your greatness. Keep striving for excellence. Keep being the best person that you could be. Believe in yourself like you believe in God, and phenomenal things will happen to you. Keep doing what you're doing. Keep dropping that fire content. And always remember, be great, everybody, because you are phenomenal. You know, you wouldn't be on this platform dropping content if you wasn't phenomenal, if you didn't believe in yourself. So keep being phenomenal. Keep believing in yourself like you believe in God, and phenomenal things will happen to you. You know, your time will be coming. It might not be today. It might not be tomorrow. It might not be this week. It might not even be this year. But you will have a moment where you will take off. And when you take off, you're going to take off. I love y'all. Keep doing what y'all doing. I'll see y'all another time. And thank y'all for everybody that came in the chat. I appreciate y'all for spending y'all time with me. Thank you.